Somewhere out there, beyond the reach of our most powerful telescopes, something is blocking the light of distant stars. Not dust, not planets. Something artificial. Astronomers have noticed stars that dim in ways that make no sense. Not like an eclipse, not like a regular cycle, but erratic, unnatural dips in brightness. Almost as if something massive and structured is passing in front of them. Some scientists think the answer might be alien megastructures, the kind that could power entire civilizations. Sounds crazy? Maybe. But the more we learn about the universe, the more we realize how little we actually know. And if we're being honest, if advanced extraterrestrials existed, would they really be sitting around using the same energy sources we do? Enter the concept of Dyson Spheres, massive, star-encompassing structures designed to capture energy on an unimaginable scale. First theorized by physicist Freeman Dyson in 1960, these megastructures could turn an entire star into a giant power plant. That's more energy than we can even comprehend, enough to run a Type 2 civilization on the Kardashev scale, a scale that measures a society's technological advancement based on its energy consumption. And if someone out there is building Dyson Spheres, it means they're far, far ahead of us. Here's the weird part. Some stars we've been watching seem to behave exactly how you'd expect if an alien megastructure was orbiting them. Take Tabby's star, officially known as KIC 8462852. Discovered by astronomer Tabby Boyajian, this star's light dips randomly by up to 22%, which is insanely high. A planet crossing a star barely dims it by 1%. The problem? We don't know what's causing it. No planets, no dust clouds that make sense, just something in the way. At first, people thought it was a swarm of comets, but comets wouldn't make the light dip so much or so irregularly. Others suggested dust, but infrared scans didn't find the heat signatures we'd expect from cosmic debris. That leaves something big, structured, and very deliberate. Naturally, the alien megastructure theory exploded. Scientists stayed skeptical because, well, no one wants to be that guy screaming aliens in the middle of a serious research paper. But privately, some have admitted that if an advanced civilization were building a Dyson sphere, it might look exactly like what we're seeing. And Tabby's star isn't the only one. Over in the Virgo constellation, another weird case. A star designated Epic 2427896. It dropped in brightness by 65%. Yes, 65%. Over a span of just 25 days. Again, no solid explanation. If these stars really are hiding alien megastructures, we might be looking at civilizations so advanced they've been tapping into the power of entire stars for millions of years. But here's where things get even weirder. What if these megastructures aren't just about energy? Some astrophysicists suggest that if aliens have the capability to build Dyson spheres, they might also be building Dyson swarms. Thousands of individual satellites orbiting a star, creating a network of energy collectors. These could be used for interstellar travel, weapons, or even something more terrifying, hiding entire planets from view. What if, instead of looking for signals from aliens, we should be looking for the places where nothing shines at all? This is where things get dark, quite literally. There are regions in deep space where, by all accounts, we should be seeing stars, but we don't. Vast patches of blackness that make no sense. Some astronomers argue it could just be cosmic dust or gravitational lensing. But others, they whisper about something else. The idea that entire civilizations might be shrouding themselves from us. Because here's a question. If you were an advanced alien species, would you want to be found? Think about it. If intelligent life is out there, there's no rule that says they have to be friendly. In fact, if history has taught us anything, it's that when a more advanced civilization meets a less advanced one, things rarely go well for the latter. So maybe these superstructures aren't just energy collectors. Maybe they're cloaking devices, hiding entire planetary systems from anyone looking. And if that's true, we might be stumbling into a universe where the most powerful civilizations are the ones that stay invisible. Now, here's where things take a turn from mind-blowing to downright unsettling. Let's assume for a second that these deep space anomalies are signs of alien superstructures. What does that mean for us? Well, if there are civilizations out there building Dyson spheres, then we're basically ants looking up at skyscrapers. These beings wouldn't just be ahead of us, they'd be so far beyond us that trying to understand their technology would be like a caveman trying to decode a smartphone. And here's the real kicker. If alien megastructures exist, they might not just be for gathering energy. They could be used for something far more terrifying. Are they hiding from something? There's a theory in astrophysics and sci-fi circles that explains why we haven't detected clear signs of intelligent life, despite the sheer absurdity of thinking we're alone in an infinite universe. It's called the dark forest hypothesis, and it's simple. The universe is like a massive, silent jungle. Every civilization is a hunter, creeping through the trees, trying not to make a sound. Because in this jungle, the moment you make yourself known, you risk being hunted. Think about it. On Earth, when a technologically superior civilization encounters a less advanced one, it usually doesn't end well for the weaker group. Now, imagine that dynamic on a galactic scale. What if the civilizations building Dyson Spheres aren't flaunting their presence, but actively hiding from something bigger, older, and way more dangerous? Maybe they used to send out signals. Maybe they even had an era of exploration, reaching out, trying to make contact. But somewhere along the way, something taught them a very harsh lesson. Survival means staying quiet. If that's the case, then deep space isn't just hiding alien superstructures. It's hiding entire civilizations in plain sight. Here's something terrifying to consider. If alien megastructures are real, and if they're built to stay hidden, then what does that say about us? We've been shouting into the cosmos for decades. Radio signals, probes with maps leading directly to Earth, broadcasts beaming out in all directions. We've basically been running through the cosmic jungle, waving our arms and screaming, "Hey, we're here!" If the dark forest hypothesis is true, then we might be making the worst mistake in the history of our species. Because if something is out there, watching, waiting, looking for signs of emerging civilizations, we might have just put a giant neon target on ourselves. Let's say we do confirm that some of these strange deep space signals are, in fact, alien megastructures. Then what? Do we try to make contact? Do we send probes? Or do we do the smart thing and shut up before something answers? If the builders of these structures are anything like us, they probably have their own history of war, expansion, and survival. They might be peaceful, or they might see us the way we see bacteria under a microscope, something to be studied, ignored, or eradicated. Maybe that's why the universe seems so quiet. Maybe the ones who survive long enough to build Dyson Spheres are the ones who learned to stay hidden. And maybe, just maybe, we should learn to do the same. If you found this topic as mind-blowing as I did, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on more insane deep space mysteries. Who knows? The next big discovery might change everything we think we know about the universe.